What is up, y'all? Within today's video, we're going to be talking about Mikayla Nogueira yet again. Y'all, she's going like viral again on TikTok, but like for all the wrong reasons. So many people are calling her out right now because of this Huda Beauty Foundation review. You know what's really crazy is I forget in like my anti-haul or new makeup drops or the bops or flops. Y'all, I stay getting those confused because I film them back to back always. So I'm like, I don't remember which one, but I talked about that foundation and like her whole rebrand. Well, can we just talk about Huda Beauty's rebranding for just a second? Because now that I've seen more stuff coming out, I'm like, her rebranding to me is like, girl, you did not need to announce that. Like, I'm sitting over here, like, the stuff kind of looks the same. Like, you went through this whole big old, YouTube series of like doing the rebranding, and I'm like, it's like nothing. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I expected it to be like an overhaul. I was like thinking at first that she needed to make this announcement about the rebranding of Huda Beauty because it was going to be unrecognizable, that it was going to be so different and be like, what the hell? And I'm like, y'all, I really do feel like she could have did this rebranding and nobody would have really even noticed. I'd have been like, oh, the logo's a little bit different. Oh, the packaging's a little bit different. And that's just it. You know what I mean? I obviously feel like there was a tactic behind it, a little marketing tactic, I should say, because I feel like, more people were like, oh, it's a whole rebranding. And then it's like, girl, it's really not all that much. Anyway, speaking of the foundation, I was like, I just know that I would not like this foundation. Like anything that says that it's like blurring and like has a matte finish, it's just not for me. And even the primer too. Actually, my friend bought the primer. I have to ask her how she liked it because I have seen good things about the primer, but I feel like even if it doesn't have silicone in it and it's like a blurring, that like silicone-y feel type of primer, those just never work on me. Like, y'all, that's why I hate professional. I just feel like it's horrible. Anyways, back to this foundation. A lot of people are loving this foundation online right now. And I guess apparently there's this whole rumor started that Michaela did a negative review of this new Huda Beauty foundation because her friends were in the campaign. And there's this rumor, and I'm going to emphasize that it's a rumor. I've seen several content creators on TikTok talk about this rumor, and I'm like, where are your sources? Like, where are you getting this information from? I really do feel like this was like started as a rumor, you know what I mean? Like somebody just made it up because I'm like, I can't find any type of credibility to this. But apparently Huda Beauty was going to have Michaela in the campaign, but they said no, they're not going to have her in the campaign because apparently she uses filters. And the whole premise of this new foundation and her whole new like rebranding is she looked at everything now without a filter, and it's like inspiring her to create different types of makeup that look like a filter on the skin to where you don't need a filter through social media or some type of app. And Michaela has been called out several times for using some type of like, editing or some type of, filter. A lot of people will say that she'll film her videos with a filter on and then save it and then re-upload it because, say for example, if you do use a TikTok directly through a TikTok, if you do make, oh my gosh, I'm getting that all backwards. If you do use a filter through TikTok, it'll tell you that it's using a filter. But if you save the video and then re-upload it, then it won't tell you, And I feel like Michaela has been called out for this several times before, so I could understand how this like rumor would come about, but like I said, I can't find any credibility to this. So apparently, like she did a negative review. I'm gonna play the TikTok within today's video, and you know what's so crazy? Maybe because I'm just like really like honest, and y'all, I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you guys. If you guys have been with me for a long time, like back in the day when I would do a review, y'all, I would talk so much shit, like straight up. I would be like, fuck this product, it's a piece of shit. Like I would pop off because I would get mad that I'm like, damn, I just spent $40 on this foundation and it sucks, So I would pop off like that. That's just like, low-key, that's how I am. But I did learn to filter myself a little bit, but obviously I was way younger 8 years ago. But I was just kind of like, you know what, looking at her review, I didn't think it was that bad, you know what I mean? And a lot of people, we're gonna be reading some comments within today's video too. A lot of people are like bashing her for it, and I'm like, I totally get it. Maybe because like Glamzilla is in the campaign, and then her friend, oh my gosh, I forget her. I want to say her name's Samantha. I want to say, and she's in the campaign, so it's kind of like, oh, maybe that's why. But then that would be like super hater vibes if like your friends got this opportunity and you're bashing on this product. And I think that's why a lot of people are saying that. But then also at the same time, maybe this is one of those rare moments that Michaela is actually being truthful. I don't know, y'all. Look, okay, y'all should know me by now. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt because, say for example, that's just her, like, for real, what if it was her real authentic opinion about the foundation? And I have to say, as somebody who does have dry skin, like, I wouldn't even purchase the foundation. Like, I'm like, I know that's not going to look good on me. I see people on TikTok saying, I have dry skin and it looks great on me. I'm like, no, I'm just not even going to go through that because I'm like, that type of foundation is just not meant for me. I need something that's hydrating with like a dewy or a satin finish. I can't do anything that has matte and says that it's like ultra blurring. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, I'm rambling way too much today. I just filmed a TikTok before this trying these Coca-Cola flavored Oreos, and I'm like, please tell me why. I don't know. I've been eating so good, like no sugar, like literally no damn sugar, and I really feel like trying those. I was like, oh my god, did that like give me energy or something? Because y'all, I feel a little cracked out right now. Oh, speaking of TikToks too, I didn't want to announce this because I know I always let you guys down. I don't know if you guys follow my food and travel account. It's on TikTok, Fat Bros Travel. Make sure you guys go follow it. I'll leave it linked down below. But y'all, I've been posting on there regularly, okay? I didn't want to tell you guys anything because I know that every single time I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go on TikTok, and then I'll make like 2 TikToks and then be gone for a month. But I have steadily posted on there because I'm gonna keep it so real with you guys. Like, that's just like my passion, creating like food and travel content. Like, I don't know why, for some reason, I literally love making that content. And you know, I feel like, well, first of all, just letting you guys know, I don't get paid, you know, obviously through TikTok or anything like that. But I do feel like if I put in the work, then it will grow. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like low-key my dream. So please, if you guys can, go follow me on that account over there. I'll leave it linked down below. Also, can I ask another favor too, just because I'm trying to grow that account? Can you guys like repost the videos too? I would really appreciate that. Even if you only have 1 follower, it does not matter. Just like reposting really does help. So I would really appreciate that. Okay, let me shut up. Let's get into this TikTok. The way that I could ramble for days, y'all. Like, I'm telling you, every single time I watch back my videos, I'm like, oh my God. You would think that I don't have one single friend in real life, because it's like, damn bitch, why do you talk so much? I'm just like, once I get going, I just can't stop. Anyway, so let's go ahead and talk about this. I'm going to play the full TikTok because I do think that it is important so you guys can see and hear her wordings. But then also, I am going to play another TikTok after this because somebody was calling her out that she did do something different to her face. So you guys are going to see. So when you go into this TikTok, you're going to see that she put something on her face. I want to say it was like an SPF or maybe a primer. I forget exactly what it is. Oh, no. She used the Huda Beauty primer. She put an SPF on, but then apparently as soon as the clip changed, her whole skin tone changed as if she put a bronzing drop on. So I want to see if you guys noticed that through her video, and then I'm going to show you guys this other TikToker's video so that way you guys can see she did definitely switch something up. So I'm like, oh girl, you put a product on your face, so maybe that disturbed it. You know what I mean? Anyways, go ahead and check out Michaela's TikTok right here.
We are doing a full face of all of the brand new makeup launches. The iconic Beauty of Joseon SPF now has an aqua version. This is the best SPF I've ever used, and I bet I'm gonna like this even more. It's more of a watery texture, and it's supposed to be super refreshing. This feels so lightweight, and makeup will go on top of this so beautifully. New Huda Beauty Primer and Foundation. Now, I am seeing such mixed reviews on this. I'm kind of scared to use it. I have seen it look so patchy on dry skin, which is my skin type. However, the primer, I've heard nothing but good things. This is a silicone-free blur-in primer. Let's really zoom in so you can see these pores. Now, let me tell you something. It is really hard to make a blur-in primer without silicone. Let's see what this does. Oh? You see that, right? You see what that is doing? That is... what? Oh my God. Let me let that set. Really press it into the pores. Press it in. That worked extremely well. Look at the pores on this side, and they're like not even there anymore. That is really cool. And you can see the blurring effect happen essentially immediately. I love this packaging. Like, it is so freaking cute. Okay, that's shade Vanilla 120B. That's way too light. That's 140. I guess I'm just gonna be pale today. Now, it does come with a brush. Here's what it looks like. It's not what I would personally use for foundation, though I will probably blend this out with a sponge. It is a thinner formula, but not too thin. It's not dripping down my face. Like, please don't be patchy. Please don't be patchy. It is very spreadable. Coverage is full. Huda is all about the coverage, you know? It matches my neck, but not my body. Like, what? It may not be my shade, but I can make this work. Okay, on camera, I think it looks decent, but let me take a closer look. Okay, so the way I would describe this foundation feels like foundation. This feels like I have makeup on my skin. It looks like I have makeup on my skin. It's described as a natural airbrush foundation, but I wouldn't pin it as that. I can really see it on my skin. I mean, it gives a lot of coverage, but there's nothing natural about it. And I think if you have dry skin like me, if you don't perfectly prep your skin every time, it will look cakey or patchy. Like you can see in certain areas, it looks kind of cakey, patchy. I'll continue to try it, but right now, I don't think it's for me. I would choose the Patch Top Foundation over that any day.
Okay, so let's just talk about that TikTok just for a quick second, because I want to know y'all's opinion about this, because, like, did you really think that she was, like, bashing Huda Beauty? Because the way people were making it seem was like, oh my God, she went on there and she said, this is the worst foundation I have ever tried. I hate this foundation. I'm going to burn it. Like, people made it seem so dramatic. I'm just kind of like, oh, she just didn't like the foundation. Like, to be honest with you guys, I actually saw this TikTok. It popped up on my For You page before it even went viral on TikTok of people like calling her out for bashing Huda Beauty. And I'm like, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh, she just doesn't like the foundation. I've seen Michaela's TikToks before, and I do know that she does like a more hydrating or like luminous type of foundation or something that's a little bit more, you know, on the dewy side. And this obviously is not. So that's why to me, I didn't take it that deep, but I was like, what's really going on here? But y'all, we'll get into the comments in just a second, but please let me know your thoughts and opinions about that, because I'm so curious to know, like, am I the only one? And y'all know I literally call out Michaela all the damn time. Y'all, I did a full video, if you guys don't remember, calling out every single one of her lies. I want to say that was like 6 months ago, maybe even longer. I forget exactly when I did it, but y'all, I literally compiled all of her damn lies that she's been caught in, and I literally played like her full on receipts of her lying. So I'm like, I have no problem calling her out, but I'm just kind of like, maybe because I'm looking at it through the lens of like, I don't think that I would like this foundation either. You know what I mean? So I don't think that it's like unfathomable that somebody's not gonna like it either. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, I don't know, but I didn't really think it was that bad. Anyways, though, let's talk about this, because this low-key was a lie. I don't know if you guys had saw, just like I told you before the TikTok, pay attention to her skin tone, because she puts on the sunscreen and then her skin tone does change in the next clip. And now that I watched that TikTok back again, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that at first. So I actually want to go ahead and show you guys this TikTok right here. You guys can see she's slowing it down and showing that her skin tone changed, as if she used like a bronzing drop or something on her face that made her, and I feel like she does normally use bronzing drops, so I feel like she did use something that maybe could have, you know, how's the word I'm gonna say? I don't know how to say it, like a counteract or something. I don't know. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Maybe there was an ingredient in that other product that she put on her skin that didn't react well with the foundation. So that's why I'm like, maybe that's what it is, because clearly she did put on some type of like bronzing drop or something. But anyways, let's go to read some of these comments, because y'all, first, negative Huda Beauty foundation review. I've seen it's a beautiful foundation on all skin types. Y'all, I feel like, damn, maybe I should just buy it and do a review, because I'm saying, I really do feel like for some reason the whole, like, I don't know, from what I've seen of it, the claims and everything, it reminds me of Patrick Starr's, like, I forget his, like, tint or whatever, and that, like, I forget what it was. I did a review of it and I freaking hated that foundation. I thought it was so bad, but my friend who's like super oily loved it. I'm like, okay, I'm dry, it's just not for me. So I'm kind of curious to like know about this foundation now, because I'm like, on all skin types, I doubt that. And then somebody else, nah, because everything Huda Beauty is so good. Y'all know I do love Huda Beauty products. Like, for real, I've rarely, actually, have I tried anything bad from Huda Beauty? I've really liked everything. Her concealer is kind of mid to me, but everything other than that, I do really like Huda Beauty's products. But I'm just kind of like, y'all, that doesn't mean that every single product is going to work for everybody, you know? And then somebody, Huda Beauty for the win. Just got the Huda Beauty foundation, the best I've ever tried, and I have really dry skin. And then somebody else, I'll buy it, not listening to your hate. Huda recommended to not use a sponge. That's why it came with a brush. Somebody else commented, oh, I absolutely love anything Huda Beauty. She is amazing. And Michaela even wrote back and said she is incredible. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, y'all. Like I said before, when I very first started doing my like drama videos here on YouTube, y'all, they would talk about me on Reddit and say that I'm naive. So I literally had always said like, oh, people say I'm naive. So maybe I am naive. I don't know. But I give people the benefit of the doubt, even a known liar like Michaela. I don't think that she was like purposely doing like a negative review. I just think that maybe she just didn't like it. I don't know. And you know what's so crazy too? You know what bothers me about people, and still till this day, people do not understand that if a product works amazing for you, that does not mean it's going to work amazing for me. We all have different skin needs and skin concerns. Do you know what I mean? Somebody like may love the most hydrating foundation out there in the world, and somebody who's extremely oily is going to be like, I absolutely hate that foundation. It's just way too dewy for me, and it like runs off my face within an hour. And that's totally fine, because we're all different. And the fact that there are so many people commenting underneath, like, y'all, if you guys are like bored, go look at her comments. And so many people are saying like, no, you're tripping, this is the best foundation ever. And it's like, what is people's logic about this? Do you really think that every single makeup product out there that you like is going to work for everybody else in the world? That is not how things work. Everybody has different skin needs, and obviously everyone does have like different preferences of things, and that's totally fine too. So that's why when I kept seeing this comment over and over again of everyone saying like, no, you're tripping, this is the best foundation, no, you're literally lying, I'm like, y'all, like, is it really that, you know, is it really that bizarre for somebody to not like a foundation that you like? Like, it's so crazy to me. And that's why I always say too, when I do my reviews, I'm like, take everything with a grain of salt, because what I may love, you may hate, and that's totally fine. We obviously have different preferences and different needs. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. I think this thing is blowing up on TikTok way bigger than what it needs to be, because I was like, it's really it's really not that serious. I think that it blew up because this rumor that apparently she just wanted to hate on the foundation because her friends were in the campaign and she was supposed to be in the campaign. And apparently Huda said, oh no, like you use filters and we don't want any filters. That rumor just, I'm telling you, like I literally dug and dug and dug. I was like, okay, maybe I could find some type of truth from this, but I can't find anything. So that's why I'd be giving people the benefit of the doubt because I didn't find no proof on it. If you guys have any proof about it to where she, Huda Beauty herself said, oh, we're not hiring Mikayla Nogueira to do this campaign because she uses filters, please send it to me because I'm like, until then, I just feel like she just didn't like the foundation. I don't know. Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.